Hi, happy day everyone. This is Saji from Saji Cool YouTube channel. Today's topic is attitudes. Psychologists define attitudes as a learned tendency to evaluate things in a certain way. This can include evaluations of people, issues, objects, or events. Such evaluations are often positive or negative, but they can also be uncertain at times. Structure of attitudes. Attitudes structure can be described in terms of three components. Affective component. This involves a person's feelings or emotions about the attitude object. For example, I am scared of spiders. Behavioral component. The way the attitude we have influences on how we act or behave. For example, I will avoid spiders and scream if I see one. Cognitive component. This involves a person's belief or knowledge about an attitude object. For example, I believe spiders are dangerous. This model is known as the ABC model of attitudes. Attitude and behavior. One of the underlying assumptions about the link between attitudes and behavior is that of consistency. This means that we often or usually expect the behavior of a person to be consistent with the attitudes that they hold. This is called the principle of consistency. The principle of consistency reflects the idea that people are rational and attempt to behave rationally at all times, and that a person's behavior should be consistent with their attitudes. While this principle may be a sound one, it is clear that people do not always follow it, sometimes behaving in seemingly quite illogical ways. For example, smoking cigarettes and knowing that smoking causes lung cancer and heart disease. There is evidence that the cognitive and affective components of behavior do not always match with behavior. Attitude strength. Importance or personal relevance refers to how significant the attitude is for the person and relates to self interest, social identification, and value. If an attitude has a high self interest for a person, it is going to be extremely important. As a consequence, the attitude will have a very strong influence upon a person's behavior. By contrast, an attitude will not be important to a person if it does not relate in any way to their life. Attitudes based on direct experience are more strongly held and influence behavior more than attitudes formed indirectly. The function of attitudes. Knowledge. Attitudes provide meaning for life. The knowledge function refers to our need for a world which is consistent and relatively stable. This allows us to predict what is likely to happen and so gives us a sense of control. Attitudes can help us organize and structure our experience. Knowing a person's attitude helps us predict their behavior. For example, knowing that a person is religious, we can predict they will go to church. Self or ego expressive. The attitude we express help communicate who we are and may make us feel good because we have asserted our identity. Self expression of attitudes can be non-verbal too. Think bumper sticker, cap, or t shirt slogan. Therefore, our attitudes are part of our identity and helps us to be aware through the expression of our feelings, beliefs, and values. Adaptive. If a person holds and expresses socially acceptable attitudes, other people will reward them with approval and social acceptance. For example, when people flatter their bosses or instructors or keep silent if they think an attitude is unpopular, again expression can be non-verbal. Think a politician is kissing a baby. Attitudes then are to do with being a part of a social group, and the adaptive functions helps us fit in with the social group. People seek out others who share their attitudes and develop similar attitudes to those they like. Ego defensive. The ego defensive function refers to holding attitudes that protect our self esteem or that justify actions that make us feel guilty. For example, one way children might defend themselves against the feelings of humiliation they have experienced in PE lessons is to adopt a strongly negative attitude to all sports. People whose pride has suffered following a defeat in sport might similarly adopt a defensive attitude. I am not bothered, I am sick of rugby anyway. This function has psychiatric overtones. Positive attitude towards ourselves, for example, have a protective function in helping us reserve our self-image. The basic idea behind the functional approach is that attitudes help a person to mediate between their own inner needs and the outside world. The basic idea behind the functional approach is that attitudes help a person to mediate between their own inner needs and the outside world. And that's it for today. This is me, Saji, signing off from Saji Cool YouTube channel. Do not forget to share and like my videos, subscribe my videos and bell the notification icon. Thank you, take care, bye bye, love you all.